know that moment when you return to your car after lunch or a quick stop at the market, and there it is, a parking ticket. LA resident Kai Shoremakin successfully managed to avoid those tickets until one day when the rules literally changed while she slept. But Kai decided to fight back, and it seems her hard work is paying off. Hi, Kai. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
First of all, you are a hero to so many people. They say you can't fight City Hall, but you did fight City Hall. You went totally NCIS on these folks, and you got your tickets reversed. Tell us what happened March 2017.
Well, I knew that there was some work happening on the street where I parked my car. They were repaving it, and so I'd been paying attention to the parking signs. They turn them away from the street when they're not working so that we can park there. So every day when I would park, the signs were still facing away from the street. And then it was a Monday morning, and probably around 7 something, I started to hear like noises that are not normal noises. And I'm like, what is that? So I run outside and find my car on a tow truck. They're starting to repave the street, and they're about to tow an entire block of cars from the street.
And you paid the tow truck driver to leave your car alone, right? And
yeah, I had
send
to.
him away.
That was the only way I could get my car off the truck. So
right.
They made me.
But the deal is, they turned those signs around overnight or that morning. They're supposed to give you warning, right?
Yeah, I mean, actually, they post these letters to the residents, and it tells you that 24 hours or 48 hours before they're going to start work, they will turn the signs back around so that you know you can no longer park there.
Yeah, they give you time to go move your car,
yeah.
and you were really diligent. Like, there's no mistake in your mind that you know that sign was turned away from the street the night before.
No, because I've lived there for 20 years, and so I have to pay attention to parking every week when there's street cleaning, so I'm pretty diligent on that.
And so what happened then? You were like, I am not having it.
I was mad. I was really mad. I found the foreman, asked him some questions in which he did acknowledge that they had turned signs that morning. And so then I just started to fight it. So, some other people who had been towed all got together, and we contacted our councilman. And so,
Councilman Rue.
Yeah, who I love. And they did a bit of an investigation, but in the meantime, I had to start going through the process that the city sets up for you to fight a ticket. So,
which is like
insane.
A labyrinth, right?
Yeah.
Tell us what it required of you.
So the first thing is, when you get a ticket and a tow, you have to do them separately. So you have to go to 2 different hearings for the same thing.
Take off 2 days of work.
Yeah, one for the ticket, one for the tow. So that's the first thing. It's a hearing. I got denied with both of those. Then you have to file to go to court and fight the ticket in traffic court. At that stage, after the 2 denials from the hearings, I realized I actually need some proof, so I need to get that foreman into court and have him tell the judge what he told me, which was that he turned those signs that morning. So I had to get my case continued once because I was having a hard time getting the Bureau of Street Services to tell me how to get in touch with the foreman.
You were really hunting this guy down.
Yeah, so that took me like 6 months. And then I had to pay to have the foreman show up, $250.
A witness fee.
Yeah. And then finally my day in court came and I won. But that was like a year later.
That was a year later, but what really made a difference is your Councilman Rue and his staffers ended up contacting Mike Fuhr's office, the county supervisor, as well, right? I mean, they were really...
that was later.
That was after.
Okay, because this is important. When you win that case, all you get back is your $73 ticket. They won't give you back the tow fee. So I still wasn't getting back the $239 I paid for my tow. So I was like, what? So basically, I had to take the city to small claims court. And that's when Councilman's office kind of stepped in and had a conversation with them and made that. But that was still a year of me going to court and doing all kinds of things before we worked it out and settled.
And chasing down this foreman who you
insane.
Stumbled upon at another job site?
Okay, I'm wearing a necklace that says "In Pursuit of Magic," and that was literally magic because I was doing my I'm going to be a lawyer and do my diligence, and so I was like, the next time I see a street being paved, I'm going to stop and talk to the foreman just to get a sense of how they work. And so I'm driving to the market with my mom, and I see it. So I'm like, I'm going to pull over, and I'm just going to talk to the foreman. So I go to talk to the foreman, and it's the dude. So then I got my server to come there right then and serve him. So.
And you actually had to give him a summons to get him there. But it all paid off. You finally got a check for how much money?
$704, I believe, was the total with all my costs.
I mean, this is a big moneymaker. There were 2.3 million tickets, parking tickets, given out in 2016, 2017 in LA County. It raised 141 million in revenue for the city and 10.5 million in towing fees. So this is a big income generator for them. And very, very few people have judges throw them out. I mean, most people just sort of suck it up and pay it and don't want to take a day off from work. But the judge, in your case, said it is just not fair, right?
He said they didn't really give us proper notice. And so that was, I think that turned the tide for me in that case.
So since then, people are coming up to you and telling you what?
I mean, it's kind of crazy because honestly, I was just doing it, one, because I knew it was wrong, and two, I really genuinely wanted everybody on that block to get their money back because I really thought that they deserved that. So I tried really hard, but I wasn't able to succeed in everybody getting their money back. But I'm happy if it, like, you know, shows people that sometimes it's worth it to fight something and to stand up for what's right, and, you know.
Absolutely, and the story, you know, went viral. The LA Times story. People are now coming up to you and telling you their parking ticket stories.
It's literally like every single person who hears about this is like, oh God, you know, this time this happened to me or that happened to me. Yeah, so you know what I realize is it's something that's pretty common to everybody. We've all had experiences where there was maybe a little questionable ticket giving.
Yes. Well, at least now they have to take a photograph when they turn those signs around. It's not the greatest fix, but at least it's something, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy they're at least looking at it and figuring out ways to make the process a little fairer for the residents.
Well, Kai, thanks so much for coming in, and you keep fighting.
I will.
For now, don't forget to watch those parking signs carefully and never ever let your meter run out. You can continue to follow the story at latimes.com.